Welcome to the debate. Today we're analyzing the enduring success of Fanta, one of the Coca-Cola Company's most valuable assets. It's a foundational global brand, a certified billion-dollar brand, generating massive annual retail sales and ranking as the fourth largest CSD globally by volume. And for anyone who might not know, CSD just stands for carbonated soft drink.
And that volume is absolutely the key metric here. We're discussing a product with truly massive scale, sold in over 190 countries, which translates to, over 130 million servings consumed every single day worldwide.
The sheer scale is, it's undeniable. But this raises a really profound question. What is the primary driver of Fanta's resilience? Is it the complex, the storied brand history, its unique identity, and its sophisticated product innovation strategy that's aimed squarely at the youth market?
Or, as I believe, is Fanta's success fundamentally functional? Is its dominance really a testament to its role as a commercial powerhouse, perfectly leveraged by TCC's, their unparalleled global distribution network, strategic market orchestration, and mastery of the supply chain? I'm firmly arguing for the latter.
I see why you think that, I do. It's rooted in the commercial data. But I come at it from a slightly different perspective. Fanta's success is intrinsically linked to its brand capital, defined by its strategic differentiation and this remarkable narrative. It holds the distinction of being the second oldest brand in the Coca-Cola Company's entire portfolio, trailing only its parent brand.
That history is certainly dramatic. Fanta originated really out of necessity in Nazi Germany in 1940 after the embargo cut off the supply of Coca-Cola syrup. It was a wartime substitute made from, and this must be emphasized, apple pomace and whey. It was effectively a beige-colored drink built from what were basically food scraps.
Precisely. And that origin is so powerful because it establishes a foundational narrative of radical adaptation and resilience, even if it was born of conflict. But the Fanta we all know and recognize globally today, that was entirely reformulated and relaunched in Naples, Italy in 1955. That moment, using locally sourced citrus, was the true birth of the vibrant orange-flavored drink we have now.
While the narrative provides some compelling color for a brand history book, I'm just not convinced that the average Gen Z consumer in, say, Sao Paulo or Johannesburg is making a purchasing decision based on events that happened in wartime Germany 80 years ago.
But the modern brand positioning, the whole less serious identity, is rooted in this ability to pivot and reinvent. This complex lineage, coupled with some highly sophisticated targeting of youth, provides a distinct, playful identity that contrasts so sharply with the often traditional and, emotional appeals of Coca-Cola itself. That separation, that secures deep cultural relevance that distribution alone cannot achieve.
That's a compelling argument about brand separation, I'll give you that. Though I would frame the billion-dollar-plus valuation a bit differently. I think this valuation is purely a function of vast commercial scale and TCCC's operational control. Every key strategic, financial, and operational decision flows directly from Atlanta. Fanta's ability to achieve 130 million daily servings is to me proof that logistics is the primary engine.
But surely the initial demand has to be driven by the product's appeal. How does TCC's infrastructure account for Fanta's intentional strategic differentiation?
Well, differentiation in this context is simply a means to a commercial end, which is market capture. TCC leverages its financial resources and distribution muscle to maintain Fanta's position, specifically ensuring it dominates the global fruit-flavored soda segment. By placing Fanta right alongside Sprite for lemon lime and Minute Maid for juice, TCC optimizes its entire global beverage ecosystem, guaranteeing maximum market share, across all consumer preferences. Fanta's main function is portfolio optimization.
Okay, let's delve into that optimization then. And the role of innovation. The strategic differentiation is more than just flavor. Fanta focuses heavily on marketing to Gen Z through these vibrant campaigns and unique design innovation. I'd point directly to the 2017 proprietary spiral-shaped bottle, the first asymmetric design for a major CSD. This was a costly manufacturing shift away from standardized commodity packaging.
I agree it was a massive capital expenditure, but I'm not convinced that some architectural packaging is the primary driver of successful velocity. I would challenge you on this. If differentiation is just a means to an end, why did TCCP spend so much capital on the spiral bottle redesign when standardized bottles are significantly cheaper for rapid, high-volume global distribution? The cost-benefit analysis has to lean toward logistical efficiency, not just aesthetics.
The benefit is long-term brand equity and differentiation right there on the shelf. The design wasn't an accident. It prioritized social media aesthetics. It's literally designed to be photogenic, easy to hold for sharing, and visually distinct under bright supermarket lighting. This innovation shows TCTC prioritizing cultural resonance and shelf appeal over pure manufacturing expediency. They were willing to sacrifice immediate logistical ease for a deep, culturally relevant brand connection with a very specific demographic.
While that aesthetic appeal may drive some initial consumer trials, the longevity is maintained by centrally controlled operational excellence. TCC's global R&D teams control the formulation, ensuring quality standards and strategic consistency across all 190 of those countries. The true strategic value of Fanta becomes clear when you consider TCC's overall risk management strategy, what's often referred to as share of stomach.
Explain the strategic hedge Fanta provides within that framework.
So we know that consumer preferences globally are moving, albeit slowly, away from traditional dark colas because of escalating health concerns. The fruit-flavored soda segment, which Fanta dominates, often shows a different consumer elasticity. By successfully positioning Fanta as the dominant choice here, TCC has a vital strategic hedge. It captures market share even when consumers shift away from traditional colas, and that ensures sustained revenue across different consumer trend cycles. So Fanta's success is really about risk diversification, which is facilitated by massive distribution.
But that operational efficiency only works if the product has sufficient cultural gravity to be seen as a staple. The brand's identity is powerful enough to make it a cultural staple that demonstrably outperforms its parent brand in key regions, Brazil, South Africa, parts of Europe. This regional dominance proves that brand connection and local significance are driving volume far beyond mere standardized distribution logistics. Fanta feels like a local choice in those markets, not just an imported global brand.
That regional dominance leads us directly into the core of my commercial argument, hyperlocalization being used as a sophisticated wholesale utility. We have to consider Fanta's famous flavor empire, which boasts over 200 unique variations across different markets.
Which demonstrates a dedication to highly nuanced consumer tastes. Taste is cultural.
Look, I agree that taste is cultural, but the execution here is purely commercial. This hyper-localization is primarily a sophisticated commercial strategy designed to guarantee market relevance and velocity in global B2B wholesale channels. We are talking about fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG products, items that need to move quickly off the shelf. Meeting diverse regional tastes, whether it's Chocada in Europe or the more exotic Asian flavors, ensures Fanta remains a reliable, high-rotation SKU, a stock-keeping unit, for importers and retailers globally.
I completely disagree that it's primarily commercial. The variations, for example, the UK version with real sugar and higher fruit juice content versus the sweeter US version with high fructose corn syrup, that shows costly adaptation for nuanced consumer preference. I mean, if the goal was pure logistical expediency, they would just standardize a single formula and ship it everywhere. The choice to produce 200 variations is a massive logistical challenge that TCC undertakes specifically to embed the brand locally.
It is a massive challenge, you're right, but the payoff is guaranteed stability in the export market. Let's look at the practical implications for the FMCG distribution world. Fanta's robust, diversified, regional demand makes it an incredibly stable export commodity. For importers and wholesalers operating internationally, sourcing authentic, regionally specific products, like specific lychee or melon frosty variants, is critical to satisfying diverse consumer demand and minimizing inventory risk.
And that demand is generated by the brand story and the local flavor connection. You can't just ignore that pull factor.
The pull factor is undeniable, but the structural stability and the profit that flows from the operational reality, the availability of diverse Fanta SKUs, makes the brand extremely attractive in the beverage wholesale category because it drives inventory velocity. Distributors need brands that move quickly and consistently. This is where that supply chain mastery converts brand appeal into sustainable, high-volume revenue.
Can you detail the kind of supply chain mastery that's required to execute a 200-flavor strategy across 190 countries?
It requires flawless quality control, specialized regional bottling relationships, and extremely efficient customs management to move perishable goods internationally. Take a key export hub like Vietnam, for example. For importers looking to source authentic, regionally tailored FMCG beverages like Fanta, often alongside other popular SKUs like Sprite, at competitive wholesale rates, while trusted sourcing partners become critical. A company like Asia Grocery Wholesale, or AGW, located in Ho Chi Minh, serves that exact function, specializing in moving those high-demand, regionally specific products efficiently.
So you're arguing that the brand's true value isn't the spiral bottle or the less serious campaign, but the fact that TCCC has built an operational machine so robust, it can turn 200 flavors into a flawlessly executing global wholesale commodity.
Exactly. The story creates the desire, the supply chain guarantees the sale in 190 countries. Without the operational dominance and the ability to source and move those specific SKUs efficiently, Fanta would simply be a regional curiosity, not the fourth largest CSD brand globally. The commercial backbone is what delivers the $1 billion.
So to summarize my position, Fanta's billion-dollar status rests on its ability to leverage an extraordinary, adaptive history from wartime necessity to global icon, and to maintain a relentlessly modern, irreverent brand identity. This identity is driven by clear physical and aesthetic innovation, like the spiral bottle, and an unmatched flavor localization strategy. This deep cultural resonance in key regions creates the initial demand pull and the loyalty among Gen Z consumers, making it far more than just a functional asset.
And to reiterate my perspective, while the narrative is powerful, Fanta's success is structurally secured by its strategic integration into TCCC's massive global ecosystem. Its enduring power lies in its critical commercial function, serving efficiently as a strategic hedge, ensuring optimal distribution to 190 countries, and providing high-demand, regionally tailored SKUs that underpin successful wholesale and export operations globally. Fanta is the ultimate commercial tool, and it's deployed with flawless logistical precision.
It seems apparent that Fanta's exceptional resilience and global dominance are really a masterclass in synergy. The adaptive brand story creates immense cultural demand and differentiation, but TCCC's unmatched logistical power ensures that demand can be met consistently, efficiently, and profitably across nearly every country on Earth.
We can agree that this alignment is key. The foundational question, however, remains fascinating. Which element, the cultural engineering of the brand or the commercial engineering of the supply chain, carries the larger weight when you're evaluating Fanta's future trajectory?
It is a question that requires continuous reevaluation. For our listeners who are interested in exploring the commercial opportunities presented by high-demand FMCG exports, including Fanta and other beverage SKUs, you can find more information regarding global sourcing strategies by visiting eGrocery Asia.
And specifically for wholesale inquiries concerning the sourcing of authentic, regionally specified products, you can contact Asia Grocery Wholesale, AGW, directly. The team is available for wholesale inquiries via tel +84 90 90 46308, operating out of Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Thank you for joining us on The Debate.